Hey, what's going on YouTube? In typical heavy metal 164 fashion, I'm going to do worst to first. A couple more cars that I found today, though. I'm not going to show everything I found today here because this is going to be a Matchbox video. But I did find that is a very hard to find piece. Probably $20 piece. I'm not sure about this one. I think this one's a little easier to find, but I think it's still around 20 bucks. The Anaconda one maybe a little bit less. Those are the older tooling with metal fenders. And then I found a couple of these which are starting to actually become pretty desirable. And I've already got this one, so these two will probably be available. So I'm not going to open those yet. This is going to be mostly Matchbox, but we are going to crack some Hot Wheels. I'm not going to crack them all on camera. I know some of you hate that, but it's just, I'm not set up for it. So we have a cool Combi. This one I'll show the card real quick because it's some kind of limited edition Roadrunners Collectors Club, Albuquerque, New Mexico from 1997. It was 50 cents. So the blister is totally yellow. I wonder if this is a... Oh, it is. It's a custom. No wonder. No wonder. Okay, so that's interesting because it looks like they re-mushroomed the posts. It's a very interesting decal. So it looks like a custom. It's not a Hot Wheels official piece. It has a little Daytona decal on the back, and this decal is, it's interesting. It's not one slide decal. Like, those are individual, and it doesn't feel like they've been clear coated over. And the posts, I have no idea how that was done. It's not respun or anything. It's just it looks like they almost looks like they soldered the posts to mushroom them out. So interesting piece. Not anything great. This one is from 1996. Another destroyed blister. The car is dusty in the package, but Jag. This one is from 2007. So far, all of these cars were 50 cents a piece. Volkswagen was 50 cents. Can't stand the wheels on it. Little Porsche Cayman. I already have this one, but what the hey. That was 50 cents. This is a first edition of the Dodge Ram 1500 from 2007. I actually kind of like it. That's interesting. It has a removable tonneau cover. It's very interesting that Hot Wheels did that. Pretty nice truck for a Hot Wheels mainline. And then the last Hot Wheels is another first edition. I think I have this one too. I know I have it. If not in this color, I have it in some other colors. But here's the Buick Grand X in black. So all of those 50 cents a piece. $1, $2, $3 for those. I thought that was a good enough deal. I don't think I really have any Combies in my collection. That might be the only one. It's because I don't really collect stuff like that. Anyways, now we're going to get into the Matchbox stuff, which I prefer Matchbox mainlines to Hot Wheels mainlines. They're much nicer, more realistic, more detailed. So this is from the 2007 year. We have the 1968 Citroen DS. We have it in black. And we have it here in green. Yeah, this one here I got two of, so I'm going to keep one of these in the package. Both cards are pretty much mint. This one is pretty cool. Greenlight actually just brought this tooling out. I don't think this is a licensed livery, but it's a 1978 Dodge Monaco. Awesome police car. And this little Carmen Ghia is a duplicate, so I'm going to keep that one on card. This one here is from Circa 1999, which was, I think, one of the worst eras for Matchbox. Some of their worst cars they ever did were from the late 90s, early 2000s. And then right around 2005 or so, they started to get really good. But this, it's a huge car. It's 1:57 scale. A very interesting car. I wish it was scaled more appropriately. First generation Ford Focus. And back to the 2007 era, I think. Yep. We have a, what is this? 1961 E-Type Jag. I do have this casting in from the, I think it's like the 60 years of Matchbox. And I have it in the British green. But this is new. Having it in this color is new. This car, I don't know why I bought this one. I probably shouldn't have. I honestly don't know how this ended up in my assortment, but it's not a big deal, I guess. I do actually like the wheels on it, though. Or not the wheels, but the tires. For being mainline plastic tires. Little Land Rover. Let's see. I got two of these, so I'll keep that one on card, and we'll crack this. This is a 69 Cadillac DeVille in green. That's a sick looking car for a dollar car. Now the scale on these Cadillacs, I wonder if this one says the scale. 1:75. So they're pretty small. There it is in gold. So these are basically the four-door version of what of the Cadillacs that Greenlight's putting out. Taillight detail. I like it in gold. Here it is in red. Pretty sweet looking. Let's see here. That one card. I found two of these. All of these Matchbox cards were $1, if you're wondering. Here's a 1963 Cadillac. Cadillac hearse. It even has the coffin in the back. I did not have this tooling in my collection. I found two of these for $1. So one of them will stay on card. Maybe trade it or something. Some of these are pretty expensive. I don't think the silver is one of the real expensive ones. It's like $5. Somewhere in there. This one is from Circa 2009. It's a 1971 Oldsmobile Vista Cruiser. This one is awesome. I love this casting. Now, let me see if it has a scale on it. This one, you know, the Cadillac is 1 to 75. This says 1 to 66, or maybe 1 to 68. Either way, it's wrong. This is probably closer to 1 to 72. The wheels and tires look awfully big for the car, but it's okay. I still really like the car. And there's a cool little surprise in the back. A couple of puppies. That's an awesome car. I like that one. $1. Make you holla. Let's see. I found two of these 1975 square body Chevy pickups. One in purple. This color almost looks like a Spectra Flame. Awesome graphics. The side tampos give it brake lights and indicators. It's got a tow hitch. That's just awesome right there. So I got that one, and then I got this one. I think this one here is one of the more desirable releases of this car, or this truck. I think this is one of the more sought after colorways. I like both, though, I have to say. It would be nice to see one that's not a step side, just a regular bed. We got three more. This one is cool. This is I don't know what year it is, but circa 2008. Yeah, it does have the year. This is probably true to scale. It might be just a smidgen big. It does say 1 to 64 on the base, but it's a 1972 Lotus Europa Special. And this is an awesome release because if you look, you've got the Lotus emblem there on the hood, or in front of the hood. You have the headlight detail. Really sharp looking car. It's a really nice color for it. And then you have brake light detail with reverse lights. So that's an awesome little main line. This next one, circa 2007, I've very much been looking forward to getting this. This is probably the one of this lot that I was happiest to find. Motor Max, I think, does this in 1 to 64, and it's nice, but I don't think it's quite as nice as the Matchbox. That is the Lincoln Navigator. Let's see what scale this one is. 1 to 68. I kind of find that hard to believe. This is a 2003 copyright on the base. But I like this truck here. You can see really nice detail with the grille and the headlight tampos. It's a really nice color. It's almost like a midnight blue metal flake. And then really nice detail in the back. So that is a cool find right there. I love my 4x4s, SUVs, all that kind of stuff. And then the last Matchbox car that we're going to... Well, no, I'm sorry. I'll have at least one more. But this one is circa 2007. I don't know what year the car is, unless it's on the base. Which it is not. This says 1 to 61. And I don't know if yeah, I guess it probably is. It probably is. It's a little bit big for 1 to 64. The detail on this one is awesome too, but this is a Nissan 350Z. Really nice detail on this. It's a great color to start with. It's a nice wheel choice. Probably the best wheel choice actually that they could have put on, because I don't think the 5-spoke from the Porsche Cayman, those would look better on this, but I don't think those wheels were out yet at this time. But again, awesome detail with the Nissan badge there in the front with the headlights and indicators. Really nice color choice. It's like a metallic gunmetal. And of course you have all of the back end detail with the 350Z badge, the Nissan badge, and the tail lights. So that's a nice car right there. This is probably the nicest late model Nissan Z casting in this scale from any brand. Maisto has one. Hot Wheels has at least one or two. So I don't know how many are out there. There's probably not many, but I like this one better than all of them by a lot. I still like the Auto Art the most, though. But I've never seen a Kyosho up close and personal. The Auto Art one is really nice, though, but it doesn't have rubber tires. The last Matchbox is a vintage Matchbox. I did find some... I went and grabbed a few more of the Superfasts that couple was holding for me. So this one is circa 1980. It is a Matchbox Superfast. It's number 59, if you're wondering. And it's a Porsche 928, and the package is just totally wrecked. So... the Porsche 928, and there aren't a whole ton of these out there, I don't think. I know Hot Wheels did one. It's cool to have sprung suspension, though. You know, for the time, back 40 years ago, 38 years ago, this was a really cool little car to have. And M2, if anybody at M2 is watching, this is how you do opening doors. So, interesting Porsche. Really nice fresh mint blister pull to have. What are we at here? 19 minutes. So that's probably good enough. I'll open a couple more. So these cars, I did not find at the show. I found them Friday at a grocery store. But I figured I didn't want to open them until now, basically. But anyways, you all have probably seen these anyways. Well, here, I'll show them. It's Cars and Donuts. So we'll open these real quick and then call it a video. This is the McLaren P1. All of these are metal on metal with rubber tires. It's a Hot Wheels adult collector line. I have to say, this 5-car set sucks compared to the Japan Historics 2. This one here is the exact same car as the main line. Even the main line has the same detail to it. The only difference is metal base, rubber tires, and I think the paint. I don't remember if the main line has a pearl. This is a candied, like pearlescent looking white. And I mean, just look at that car. That is an awesome looking car. There's your tail light detail. Really nice looking Nissan Fairlady. I'll save my favorite for, well, I'm going in order for my least favorite to most favorite. This one is a BMW M1 Pro Car. The vintage Matchbox M1 that I found, I traded today. But here is the M1 Pro Car. This next one, Alfa Romeo Giulia Sprint GTA. I like this one a lot. I do like the Giulia from the, was it Gran Turismo or was it Forza? I think it was Forza. That one is better. That one has better detail. But this is a nice casting from Hot Wheels. They did a nice job on the tooling. Little big for the scale, but overall, nice job. And then the last one here, easily my favorite. Subaru Impreza WRX. Aside from it being an awesome tooling, the reason that it's my favorite is because they kept it simple with the graphics. It's a very stock look. So you have this blue color. This is an awesome tooling too. Really nice sculpted detail. Proportions look good. The stance looks good. And then obviously this right here is my favorite thing about it. Love when Hot Wheels does this on these premium cars. I so much rather have this than all these racing graphics all over the place. So this is my favorite car, that set. So real quick, I'm not going to open these, but I ended up getting 2 of these because yesterday I lost it. I don't know how I did it, but somebody ended up with a free 6-car set of these M2 Auto Japan because I bought a set and lost it somewhere at the event. So unfortunate, but stuff happens. So I had to replace it today with another one because I couldn't come home without that. So if you watch my channel, if the person that found that set watches my channel, you're welcome. I bought you a nice 6-car set. Alright, so that's going to do it for this video. I'll get this uploaded and we'll come back and we'll crack some green light. I did find, I mentioned last night, I was worried about how today was going to go. I said last night that probably half the vendors showed up yesterday to set up. I don't even think it was half because today that place was unbelievably packed. There were 10 times the amount of people there today than compared to yesterday. So it was like just the aisles were so crowded. I don't know if that video that I shot, that I uploaded, really shows how busy it was. But I was worried that I wasn't going to find a lot of cool stuff. But as it turns out, I did. I found a lot of cool stuff. So Um, we'll get cracking some green light here. Thanks for checking this out. I'm gonna get this uploaded, put these cars away, and then we'll be on to the better stuff, the good stuff. So thank you as always for checking it out. Feel free to leave your thoughts below.